We left with nothing. You don't even have time to put a spare pair of underwear in your bag when you're given 2 hours notice.
Sad to say, I think that most of these trailers are going to be a complete loss.
It was pretty bad. I was raised here in Berrien Springs. When I was 26, I moved to Alaska, lived there 30 years. I'd gotten caught up in being a moneymaker in Alaska, being very commercial. I had my circle of friends, but I was also up there making money. I had several car accidents, and after that, I needed to go into regular work, so I became a librarian. I was already disabled and working only part-time. Came back here in 2002 because both my parents got ill. About 2016, I had 3 back surgeries by then and about 4 of my joints replaced. They call me Titanium Woman. I was in such poor physical condition between the weight gain and my back issues and things. I was looking at maybe not being able to renew the mortgage on the house. My friend Pat said, let's go check at the trailer park. Of course, I didn't want anything to do with the trailer park. That's where crazy people live, drug addicts and all sorts of dangerous folks. So I was able to make a deal to start buying a trailer, and it was something I could afford with my Social Security income, with the monthly. I moved to the trailer park in November of 2017. And then in February of 2018, we had a flood. First time there's been a flood of the St. Joe River in that way for over 100 years. And I lost everything. And I ended up losing that trailer because the floor was underwater. That piece of old telephone pole that slab there was my old trailer. My bedroom window was right next to that big tree. And then I lost the trailer and the car. I had oak bookcases, really nice furniture, gone. It's a terrible situation and some of those families down there are 3 generations in one trailer. It was pretty bad. But when the flood happened, neighbor to neighbor stepped up.
So Neighbor to Neighbor is a refuge. It's the kind of place that provides resources for families in crisis: food, clothing, furniture, bedding, dishes, toiletries.
Before I started working here, I thought, this mainly being like a thrift store where you could go to get some things that you might need at a reasonable price. But I quickly came to discover that it's so much more than that.
A neighbor to neighbor stepped up on that with food, with clothing, whatever anybody needed. And then they stepped in and started working with Salvation Army and Red Cross and United Way on dispensing funds and services for people. And we're not charging you for anything. It's free. You don't have to qualify as a client. There's no limitations. You take what you need, because we left with nothing. They did not make it, you have to be a certain person or a certain color or a certain age or a certain religion. You have a need, we're going to fix it. That's how they took care of people. And that, I just found it very impressive. That wasn't anything I'd ever seen anybody do before. Literally God's hands at work. And so after that, my friend Pat, who shared her home with me, was working here in bedding. And I thought, well, I don't have any money. I don't have anything I could give anybody to say thank you. But I think maybe I should start volunteering there. So I came and Pat taught me how to work here. Pat and I have done it together ever since, every Tuesday afternoon. Now that Trish is here, and we hit it off really well. So she and I, she'll pick me up, or I'll have the senior bus drop me off, and we'll do blankets for a couple hours and talk and chat and shop and have fun.
I think it's really important for people's mental health too, to have a place they can come, work together. People who've worked here a long time become friends.
I meet people that I like, that I can talk to about what goes on in my day or this week, or what's in their life or what's in my life, and people that I wouldn't meet any other way. We sit over in the lunchroom and chat. Neighbor is a circle of friendship that has nothing to do with religions or churches or anything. It's a circle of people that genuinely want to help others. It's changed me completely being able to help people. I can't get depressed anymore. I just go to Neighbor, and if somebody's not cheerful here, they'll be cheerful pretty soon, because just everybody's upbeat. And it's because of how they treat the volunteers, as well as the fact that when you're volunteering, it's hard to be grumpy. It says it in the Bible. If you want to solve your own problems, go out and help somebody else with theirs.
An invitation to volunteer is actually me inviting you to stay young, because the research says that you live longer, you stay younger, if you're more active when you volunteer.
We always need volunteers. I haven't been here, and there hasn't been a time when I've been like, oh, we have enough help. There's always an area where we could use someone else.